This is my 2015 Ram 2500. I'm going to go over some options that normally everybody bypasses and they don't even think about. But it's all, in my opinion, big things that nobody really does. First step, these Ram boxes, I know everybody hates them and they make the bed smaller. These are the most useful item on the truck. I use them every day. They perfectly fit. Leftover containers right here, never smell up the truck. I got straps, hand wipes, more straps, gloves, everything I need. I put tools in there. I put a whole floor jack in there when I go over the road. Impacts, everything. Lots of space. You could fill them up with ice. I've done it before. Toe straps, jumper kit, anything you need. Everything goes in here, including other guys from across the border. Love those things. They're absolutely awesome. The next number one option that I got on the truck is the air ride system. Those are full-size bags, just like a semi-truck. This is not an enclosed system like the 1500s. This is just like a semi. It has its own compressor and tank right here. Runs the back, compressor right there. Runs all the time. Constantly getting in and out of the truck. You can hear the bags adjusting even from one person sitting in the passenger seat. These things are awesome. Auto leveling, not considered air ride by Dodge, but it's auto leveling. Says it has an 1,800 pound payload capacity and a megacab. I put 2,500 pounds of salt in here. Rides like a Cadillac. If you go any more than that, all it does is pump the bags up to its maximum pressure, and then it just stops. Now, if that's enough to hold hold whatever you got, it is. If not, you just ride on the bump stops. You're overweight. Another key feature that I love is the fob. Sure, the batteries will eventually go dead. It kind of doesn't work right now at 2.5 years old. But what I love about it, you're locked. You put this thing away in your pocket. You come up to the truck. It knows. Unlocks. Lock. Ram box is locked. Tailgate locks. Everything all at once. Put your hand behind. Opens up. Hop in. No keys fumbling around. No fob to shove in the dash. None of that stuff. Push button start. Hands down. Best deal. Nice little growl every time it fires up. Love it. This big screen. Absolutely mandatory. You got different gauges you can put here. I put the exhaust brake and the turbo pressure. You could put anything there. You could put trailer brake gain, anything there. You got your other options over here that you scroll through. This is way nicer to look at for the 100% of the time that you're driving a vehicle. I hate the small analog little Nintendo 64 looking gauges or center screen there that you get in the lower model trucks. And when I spend money on a truck and I don't have what I want, I hate myself. I hate when I have a $60,000 truck and I don't have everything that I wanted. It just seems like a waste of money to me. 8.4 touchscreen. These things are awesome. Huge. Notice no navigation. Who wants navigation when you have Google Maps? Car navigation sucks. Controls, heated seats, awesome. Heated steering wheel, awesome. These things work great. As soon as you remote start the truck and it's below a certain temperature, I think it's like 30 degrees, those things fire up, keep you nice and warm. Chicks love them too. Heated, vented seats, awesome for long drives, keep you cool. Climate, everything's right here. You don't even need to touch any of this. This is like double, this is redundant, but I just keep it on auto between 69 and 71 degrees all the time, always. Never change anything. Works awesome. Moving along on the dash. Another mandatory thing I think for any 2500 truck, the auxiliary buttons. Anything you're going to put on. Right now all I have is my LED bar in the front hooked up. But the rest of these, you got 5 of them. I mean, how much more? You couldn't need any more. Way better than what normally comes here is the heated seats and such like that. Well, I got all that here. I don't need that down here. Doubled it up. This is perfect. This goes with the air ride system. Alternate trailer height. What you do is, most trucks have a rake. You know how all pickup trucks sit higher in the rear than they do in the front. Okay? This is an auto leveling truck. Now, I think for just looks, what Chrysler did is they decided this truck's going to sit 1 inch higher in the rear than in the front. Most trucks sit 2 to 3 inches higher in the rear than the front. So what you do is, when you're hooked up to your trailer, the maximum stability is level. Especially with the 5-link rear suspension, you want level ride. Well, when you have auto leveling, you put weight in the back of this thing, it just pumps itself back up, never sits level. This, you might be able to hear the bags. Not sure if you could hear the tank or not, but it drops 1 inch in the rear. Now the truck is level, sits perfectly level. This is how I hook up my torsion bars to give them tension on them. Truck sits level. You put 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 pounds of weight in there, she rides level. Rides like a Cadillac every day, all day. Rides smooth, love it. You can feel the front go over bumps because it's still coil spring. The rear, you don't even feel it. All you do is you hear it. You hear boop, that's it. Smoothest ride I've ever had, and this is a 2,500 pickup truck. Another key feature with the air ride, you sit like this, airbags are all pumped up, ready to go. You got your jack stand all set up perfectly. No more of this. You don't even need to touch it. Once you get yours set up to the proper height, come inside. Transportation mode. What this does is lowers the truck, drains all air pressure out of the bags. When you have airbags and you chain down on a flatbed or on a trailer, the bags eventually will lose pressure over time. Air seeps out. That's how it happens. When you have this, your chains go slack. Then you got a loose truck on the back of a trailer. You got problems. So they have this option for when they load it on the train cars and ship it to you from Mexico. This is what you get. I've since manipulated that feature, and you can see how much lower it goes. Lower than you'd ever need it to. You can even see the truck is currently on the bump stops, sagging down. Now it only lets you do this feature in park. Once you start driving away, it can't adjust it. Eventually, a couple miles down the road, it'll air itself up and guess where it's supposed to be, but the sensors need to read when they're in park. Now, background up. Right there. Click that off. We can go watch. Enough so that the trailer comes off the ground. Now obviously I didn't line it up too great, but you get the point. This is by far the best option on the truck. I got a 2500 because I wanted the 5-link. I would have gotten a 3500, but they don't have the 5-link. They do have an auto leveling setup, but it still utilizes leaf springs and a helper airbag on top. This is full air ride. There's no spring whatsoever. There's 4 control arms, 1 track bar, sway bar, and airbags. That's it. 62,000 miles on this truck. So far, everything's been great. I've had typical warranty, a few small things here and there, issues, nothing too serious, except for the rear axle. I'm on my 4th rear axle. It's an 11.5-inch AAM axle. It's my 4th one. First one went bad around 12,000 miles, clunking real bad from drive to reverse. Started whining eventually, got that rebuilt, whatever, no big deal, they warrantied it. That axle, the second one, went bad within 15,000 miles. Turns out the tech didn't clean out the axle tubes, which had 5 pounds of sludge in there from all the gears falling apart, all the bearings falling apart from the first axle. Got that replaced, 35,000 miles, that one goes bad. Now what do? Bring it back in, get the next tech to look at it. He cleans the axle tubes out. Everything's good to go. Lasted me 20,000 miles. 20,000 miles, I hear the same rear end whine. Didn't even have to diagnose it. Obviously, we knew what the problem was. Brought it back in at 55,000. They threw a complete crate axle in this time. I think it was a warped housing or something that kept on blowing the pinion bearing. Now, going on 7,000 miles later, no problems. Cross my fingers. Hope nothing happens again. We'll see what happens. You get 11. How many trucks do you have on the road? Millions of Dodge Rams and Chevys, same axle, that go millions of miles. Never have a problem with the rear axle. Not sure why I did. Other than that, absolutely love the truck. Absolutely love the interior. The limited Laramies have actually way nicer leather. They don't have this stupid old school wood grain either. They got different trim accents. I do like those better. This used to be chrome. Blind the shit out of me all the time. Plasti dip, fix that, but Besides that stuff, which I could have gotten a Laramie Limited, didn't come in a black package, I love it. I wouldn't change a thing on it. I got all the options I wanted, all the ones I didn't want, like navigation. Wouldn't change a thing. Now that you guys all know, this is what you should do when you get a truck. Get what you want. Don't get a low rate truck just because it's cheaper. Get what you want. If you can't afford it, buy a used one. Wait until you can afford it. Because in the long run, 15 years from now, I'm still going to love this truck just as much as the day I got it. Because it's everything that I can need in a truck. Not a bare bones, tradesman, big horn, and then I'm sitting here going, oh, I wish I got black interior, not gray, like the Bighorn. Oh, I wish I got air ride, it'd ride better. Oh, I wish I got this. Oh, I wish I got that. No, just get what you need, get what you want, be picky. This is your $60,000, the biggest purchase you're going to make besides your house. Do it right.